just want to make this quick point, though, that doubt isn't really... See, I think atheists, one of their principles, if you want to say it, is doubt everything or something. But there's nothing really there that is virtuous about doubt. I want to make that clear. There's no philosophy that has ever justified that doubt works.
This is so stereotypically Christian. First of all, I'm not really interested in discussing whether or not doubt is a virtue or not, but I do believe that you should doubt things that don't have good supporting evidence. You know, like the resurrection of a Jew in the 1st century. I feel like praise is basically saying that you should just believe everything that you're told in life, you shouldn't doubt anything, and that nothing has ever been justified by doubt. Yet he doubts things like evolution, science, other religions. I mean, obviously doubt's okay for him to use in the situations where he doubts things, but obviously if he agrees with something, you're just not supposed to doubt it whatsoever. The Gospels, anything else like that can't be used as evidence for this. So any of the information...
Well, I don't see how it can't, because not every single literary text back then had other external sources available anyway. Beyond, let's say, we do actually have Romans, of course, we have Roman accounts and we have the Talmud, but that line of argumentation doesn't work because back then they didn't have this available to have these other external accounts.
Well, I'm wondering why can we not have the Gospels? I didn't catch an argument for that. I just heard the claim we can't have them. Where's the argument?
Great point. Exactly.
I'm just wondering, honestly, I'm just like, maybe he's got a good reason. I haven't heard it yet. He just said, I'll give you Paul, but you can't use the Gospels. Now let's listen and see if we can find an argument for that.
That's contained within the Gospels shouldn't be used as like a fact or any kind of like evidence of a resurrection.
That's a good question. I think a lot of Christians...
Stop right there. He just states it. He just makes the assertion. He didn't give any I don't even require evidence. I just want an argument. But you can't use the Gospels. The Gospels are not. Give me something because we don't know if Luke was actually written by Luke, or give me something I can work with. You can't just outright just say I'm not allowing it.
I just make blanket statements. It's just not real because it's just not real. That's how stupid it sounds like. It's almost like he's trying to convince himself.
Is that really what? Is there really nothing right after that?
Yeah, there's nothing.
It sounded like he went right back into the video.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all have goldfish memory or some shit, right? I mean, do you not remember this part that you just listened to?
Ryan, how would you make a case for the resurrection for somebody who does not believe the Bible is authoritative?
That is the beginning of the video that I'm responding to. They restricted themselves from using the Bible. I am actually opening up the evidence a little bit to include Paul. And I was just reaffirming that the gospel shouldn't be used as evidence in this situation. You see, I don't have to state my reason for not considering the Gospels to be reliable because I'm not the one that's setting the context for this particular video. This only shows that you're chomping at the bit to make me look like an idiot. Yet you find yourselves looking like the fools. You know, honestly, I figured when I was making this video, I would actually get brownie points from Christians because I'm not just going the general atheist route of, oh, the Bible can't be used to confirm the Bible. I'm actually critically considering each book in the Bible as whether or not it can be historical evidence. I mean, refusing the entire New Testament would exclude any evidence that you guys have. It would also be very ignorant to discount the writings of Paul, considering he was the earliest writer about Jesus. So Paul would be the closest thing to a contemporary eyewitness that we would have. But to answer your request, I don't consider the Gospels to be reliable because 1, they're not independent, and 2, they weren't written by eyewitnesses or secondary eyewitnesses. They cite no sources except for Scripture. They're also written much later than we would like, but that doesn't necessarily exclude them from being evidence. But the fact that they don't cite any kind of earthly historical sources, they just cite Scripture, it makes them suspect. We know that Paul's theology was employed by Mark, and that Mark also used another Jesus that died right before Mark was writing, Jesus ben Ananias, in order to construct his gospel. And the other gospels just redact and expand upon Mark. There is no Q document because Q is hypothetical, and there's nothing to distinguish the Q source from Mark. And that's why I don't consider the Gospels to be reliable accounts of history.